Welcome to Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, March 14th, 2016. Let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. If you thought that wrapping up another Arnold Classic victory and traveling to the other side of the planet in preparation for taking care of business as usual was going to be enough to keep Oksana Grishina from getting in the gym and doing what she does best, you'd be dead wrong. Less than a week after collecting yet another dominating win and electrifying the world with a Michael Jackson routine for the ages, the baddest woman in fitness leaked some footage from a training session this week where we see her showing off some of the moves that she's made famous. Somehow, Grishina keeps managing to set the bar higher and higher, and if she brings the same level of energy to the land down under for the Arnold Australia, everyone in the house will be leaving with a huge smile on their face. As he enters the final phases of his first official off-season as an IFBB pro, Big Russ Allen looks to be doing his homework. After knocking on the door of his pro card a few times in 2014, the former NPC Junior National Super Heavyweight winner finally kicked it back in gear at last year's North American Championships, where he brought in his best look to date and cruised to an easy win. This week, Allen released his first update photos in quite some time, showing off 250 plus pounds of rookie muscle that's set to make its way to a pro stage for the first time later this year at the Tampa Pro. Allen has a good shape and symmetry for an athlete of his size, and when he's in shape, his physique really comes to life on stage. But it'll be curious to see just how he stacks up with some of the thicker competitors he's going to run up against, and if he's really ready to stand up there and trade punches with the big boys. Don't let the fact that he's hung up his posing trunks fool you. Four-time Mr. Olympia Jay Cutler is still a bodybuilder's bodybuilder. Despite retiring and heading out to greener pastures nearly 3 years ago, Cutler's been spotted looking happy, healthy, and huge at gyms across the country. Somehow, between traveling the world, promoting shows, and having his hands in all sorts of businesses, Jay still managed to find time to get to the gym and train with that trademark Cutler intensity and focus that made him into one of the greatest athletes the sport has ever seen. And with no signs of slowing down anytime soon, Cutler's giving hope to all the 40-plus guys still holding out hope that we can at least get back to something close to the way we looked in our prime. Fresh off another strong season that included top 10 finishes at the Arnold Classic, New York Pro, and yet another Olympia appearance, perennial women's physique powerhouse Heather Grace is gearing up for another solid season. Late last week, Grace was spotted sneaking in a little bit of back training as she prepares to enter into the early phases of her 2016 contest prep. Over the last few years, Grace has been one of the most consistent competitors in the entire physique division, racking up nearly a dozen top 10 finishes since the start of the 2014 season. And now that she's had another solid off-season under her belt and time to formulate her plan of attack, fully expect to see her hit the ground running later this year. Coming off a spectacular sophomore season that included his first pro win and a top 10 finish at the Olympia, rising men's physique star Ryan Hinton is almost ready to make his presence felt here in early 2016. Recently, Hinton released his first contest prep photos for the upcoming Phil Heath Classic, showing off some of that crisp, brown muscle that made him into one of the division's breakout stars a year ago. Pound for pound, Hinton has just the right amount of size to stack up with anyone he's going to run into on the men's physique division. But he'll need to dial in a combination of conditioning and fullness just right if he's going to lock up a win. But with so much momentum on his side from last season, it shouldn't surprise anyone one bit to see Hinton walk off that stage with another victory in his pocket and a boatload of confidence heading into the later part of the year. Although it's been over a year now since we last saw her take the stage, Dana Linn Bailey is still training like a woman who has every intention of being one of the best in the world. Over the weekend, Bailey leaked some footage from a recent chest training session where we see the former Miss Olympia looking every bit the part of someone who could still be one of the most dominant competitors in the division, if she so chooses. Despite no mention of plans to return to the stage, DLB is still far and away one of the biggest celebrities in the sport. And if she ever does decide to strap on a posing suit again and get back up on stage, you can be absolutely certain that it'll be an event worth seeing. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning, brought to you by IronMag Labs. Make your mark. Check out IronMagLabs.com today. I'm your host, Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions. And make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Hey guys, it's Stevie B here. If you like what you're seeing, hit the subscribe button below and never miss another RX Muscle show, segment, or update. RX Muscle is #1. Woo!